Taurus, it's Amanda here with your RuneScope for October 2018. This month, in conjunction with our runes, I will be using, in the spirit of the season, the adorable Halloween Tarot by Kipling West. Then after this video, be sure to join me for part 2 of your October reading over on my Vimeo channel. I will be pulling and interpreting one card from the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. This will give us additional wisdom, guidance, and clues as to what will be going on for you in the month of October. So that link is below in the description box. Just click or tap show more under the video or the little arrow down there, and that will open that section for you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do encourage you to review the videos for previous months that apply to you and see if I am indeed connecting with your energy. If I am, please do click the subscribe button. That way, when I upload new content, those videos will go directly to your subscription feed. You won't have to go searching YouTube for me, which can get tedious and exhausting. So you can't just put in RuneScope though on YouTube. I should pop up on Google and YouTube. But let's jump in and see what's going on with my Taurians in October. Let's see which runes want to be cast. As always, Taurus, keep in mind these are general readings. So these are for thousands of people who relate in some way to the sign of Taurus. So not all of these messages will be for you. Some will be for the majority, others for each position I'll get multiple messages. So some are for other people watching who may need it the most. You can always check out the video for your rising sign as well to get additional messages, information. Some months, maybe that resonates way more than your sun sign. Many people find that. I do as well. If you would like something though that's far more specific, if you're at a crossroads, you've got a difficult decision to make or an important decision to make, or just want to know what's coming up so you can plan accordingly, you can always schedule a private session with me. I do those on Skype. They are $70. Just email me. It's here in the video. It's below in the description box if you want to set up an appointment, and we can take a look. That's the only way I can connect with just your energy. Challenge your focus in general for my Tauruses in the month of October. Well, we do have the 9 of Ghosts. This is the 9 of Cups, so not much of a challenge. This is the Wish Granted card. Some of you, it's just that you are working on making a wish come true. Some of you, you may not know that you want this wish. That was just the message coming through. You may not know till you get it that, man, I always wanted this. I'm so glad I got this. Because the rune that is here, Deag, is like, you know, you may not totally... Also, this may be a route to the wish card. It may be like, it's like I've had to encounter a lot of BS to get here, but man. And I didn't understand what it was all for, but now that I've got this, now that this wish has been granted, now that this has come to me, I found this job, I found this person, I found, you know, I've found, you know, I've finally worked my way up and gotten success. You know, I finally understand what the road or the journey was all about. You know, a lot of times in life it doesn't make sense until we get to the end of that particular path and start a new one. Or some of us, we never figure it out. The good news in October is you're figuring something out here, Taurus. Others of you, you're trying to make a wish come true. And in true earth sign spirits, you are working towards it, right? Goal-oriented. Earth signs are very goal-oriented. Now, Taurus, you can be a bit slow on the jump. You know, you are a bit of a plotter. It takes you kind of a little bit longer sometimes, but that's because you don't take any step that you're unsure of. And not a big risk taker. So risk takers may sometimes, you know, with great risk comes great reward. So the more you can kind of work, and there's nothing wrong with taking a calculated risk, but I would definitely say if you want to speed things up, looking at where you could take a calculated risk may be worth it. So yeah, this is a wish being granted. You're working towards this. It's something you really, really want. And for many of you, it may have more to do with something personal. You know, it may, you know, it could be a career path. It could be starting your own business. It could be, but it seems more emotional with the cups, or the ghosts as they are in this cute little deck. So yeah, maybe for some of you, this is a relationship goal that you and your partner have been working on, or maybe it's finding the right partner, the right person to be with, the right person for you. Maybe it's getting pregnant, starting a family, or a goal that, yeah, like I said, the two of you have been working on together, for those of you that are already married or coupled. But in the present energy, so for some of you, this will be whenever you're watching this video. For others of you, this would be the end of September going into October. This is the Tower card in reverse, and it's much better in reverse because this means you're averting a disaster. You are going around a disaster or something you thought was a disaster, going back to what we were just talking about. Some shock or cataclysmic change, something that you thought was just really, really a catastrophe, turns out to be the best possible thing. It was supposed to happen this way. I feel like some of you, this was a breakup. Like, you know, man, I really had a tough time getting over that. But now you're either meeting someone new in October, those of you that are single, or you have recently met someone, Taurus, and you're like, God, I'm so glad that that person broke up with me, or I'm so glad that I got out of that marriage, or I'm so glad that I didn't end up marrying that person, because then I wouldn't have met this person who is altogether more right for me. They want the same things that I want. We have the same goals. They want to start a family. Yeah, there's just a lot of, it's been a meandering path. So something that looked like, which oftentimes it does, looked like a disaster or the worst possible thing that happened, led us to the best possible result. And we didn't understand where it was going when it was going on, but this would have something to do with home and family. So either someone moving in with you, some sort of break in the family, some sort of domestic change in the domestic situation, something to do with an inheritance or a will. Yeah, so for some of you, maybe you thought you weren't going to get anything from a family member who's passed, and you do. Or maybe it was being contested, and you know, but it ends up, the decision is you get this. There can be an element with the Tower of hidden things staying hidden, at least in the present, because remember, we're talking about the position in the present energy. And this would have some connections to home, family, or the past. Othila is about the past. So for some of you, maybe you're finding out about like a past partner that, you know, you thought was, again, the right person for you. You're finding out that they lied to you. They were married the whole time or otherwise engaged, or, you know, and you're like, man, I dodged a bullet. That's the whole message of this card. If anything was kept secret from you, when you do find out about it, you're like, man, I'm glad I didn't move in with this person. I'm glad I didn't marry that person. I really dodged a bullet there. Same thing with any purchase of property, or selling of property, right? If something fell through, it's like, well, you're finding a better property, you're finding a better house, or one that you're just more in love with. Or you're finding one that it's like, oh, I'm glad that deal fell through, because come to find out, the plumbing was all messed up and they were hiding that, or, yeah, so, averting a disaster when it comes to property, home, family, the past in some way. It's going to become clear in the present. The health that's going to be available to you in October, we do have the 9 of Imps in reverse. This is the 9 of Rods in other decks. It's going to help you to let your guard down with somebody that you have not, either you divorced or you have had a break with. Because Esau is here, indicating that this relationship may have been, you've separated, there's been a freeze on activity. Again, the past coming back. So it is going to help you in some way to, if there's someone wanting to talk to you, wanting to reconnect with you, it's going to, they are saying that, you know, with this being a help, that letting your guard down, it's either going to help you get closure, because again, you see that, well, I'm glad that I didn't end up with this person because this disaster has been averted. For others of you, this could be somebody coming back around from the past. We do have Venus retrograde in October, you know, and that can bring back a love from the past, or news about that person. Not necessarily that you will have a message or talk to them, but you're getting news and thinking, oh God, I'm so glad I did not marry that person. Now, others of you, this could be somebody that's trying to reconnect with you, and you may be kind of torn on, should I let them back in or not? Or should I talk to them or not? And the Nine of Imps in reverse is saying you're going to get some good out of at least conversing with this person and sort of breaking this silence, or yeah, letting the guard down and talking to them again. You're either going to get closure out of it. Some of you could be renewing a relationship if it's something you've always wanted. You know, maybe the timing was just off. Maybe you were both with other people and now you're both free. Yeah, some of you, I am getting that. The timing was just off the last time you were with this person. And now this would not hold true for somebody who lied to you, cheated on you, otherwise abused your generosity. You know, that's not what I'm talking about here. So I always have to kind of say that, because, you know, obviously, if that's the way this person was, I mean, you can get closure if you need closure, but not if they're a stalker or abusive in any way, or, you know, for that, I wouldn't, I would check your rising sign and see what that says, or get a private session, because I would, you know, be very hesitant to let that kind of person back in, for sure. What must be accepted is the Ace of Ghosts. So this is Ace of Cups in other decks. This is an offer of love, an emotional new beginning, someone offering something to you. Some of you, this is like, maybe someone is asking you to move in, since we have the property or the house thing. Some of you, maybe you lived with this person from the past and it just did not work out. Or, you know, they asked you to move in a long time ago and the timing was just off. So, but now maybe you know, the timing is better. Maybe you're feeling like, okay, I would like to move in with this person. I would like to take that step. Because, yeah, you've got an offer of love. Some of you could be proposed to in October. Wish granted, Nine of Cups, which is pretty sweet. Those of you that we were talking about, like, you're looking at the past through new eyes because you've met this person, you're just like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't marry that person, or I wouldn't have ended up with this person who is all the more right for me. You could really be meeting a soulmate, Taurus, if you haven't yet. Those of you that are already with your soulmate, this is just, again, a dream the two of you have together. Some of you could be taking it to the next level. You're either moving in together, talking about marriage, and maybe be proposed to you. Some of you could be getting married in October. What's more fun than a Halloween wedding, right? For some of you, maybe this is the location that, like, it's something happens to where you thought it was like, oh God, we lost our venue, but then something better comes along. And it may be, I'm seeing like this old house. So some of you Tauruses may be deciding to get married in, like, yeah, an old home. It may be an old, like, historic site, but it does seem to be a big house and with like a beautiful ballroom or a beautiful wedding setting. It could be just a building that's, you know, a historic site, but it does seem like for many of you, it's like an old historic home that has some sort of historical significance, or maybe just significance to you. You know, maybe this property or home has been in your family or your partner's family for years, and it's got this big, beautiful space where you can get married. So whatever is happening is like, oh, that was a disaster. And it's like, oh my God, well, no, look at this beautiful house. And it's open on the day we want to get married. Let's do this. So, a lot of lovey-dovey stuff going on here, Taurus, for October. A lot of new beginnings. Those of you that are totally single, you could be meeting someone at a wedding. If you are invited to a wedding or an engagement party, or yeah, anything celebrating a couple, maybe an anniversary party, you could be meeting someone there. Some of you could have met this person online. That could have been how your relationship started. That'll just be for some of you, though. even if you didn't meet this person online, it does seem like a lot of your relationship may have developed or maybe will develop through text, throughout the day, because you're both working or whatever, but you text little messages throughout the day. But yeah, this is a new partnership, and it does seem to be an emotional partnership with the Ace of Cups. Somebody's offering something to you, or Taurus, you are offering. If you are a Taurus male, maybe you are proposing, or you are asking someone to move in with you. But yeah, this is somebody that you feel has come into your life for a reason, and they are a good influence on your life. If this is the person from the past, you know, they may be offering like, you know, let's go out, let me take you out. Or you may be saying that, Taurus. I do feel like, though, for most of you, you're the one that's getting the message from this person, because your advice was to let your guard down. But it could be let your guard down and reach out to this person that you haven't spoken to in a while. Just to kind of test the waters. But, so yeah, a wish is being fulfilled, Taurus. And for most of you, it does seem to be an emotional connection, emotional wish. The outcome is the Two of Bats. So this is the Two of Swords in other decks. So this is a truce, right? So even if it's someone that you have a bad past with, and maybe you're not reconnecting because you have someone new in your life or whatever, you're going to let go of the negativity, Taurus. You're going to let go of any animosity, or it'll be guarded, though. With this, you're going to be like, you know what? Yeah, we don't have to be nasty to each other. Yeah, we can speak when necessary, especially if this is somebody that you're divorced from and you share kids with, because it seems like maybe there was a financial aspect to this relationship, or maybe that's what caused the nastiness, was the divorce settlement or custody, child care payments, whatever. But it's like, yeah, okay, we can put this on a level where we can lose the animosity and the negativity, but I'm gonna be guarded here with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is also sometimes about, because she's blindfolded, not looking at what annoys you or not looking at the hard facts. But for you, I feel like this is like, okay, I'm gonna put up blinders to the past and the fighting over the money and you know, what I feel like I was taken advantage of on, or maybe that's what you tell the other person, like, you know, we can't keep, you know, if we're gonna have a truce, or if we're gonna try to get this on better footing, then we need to put the past behind us, especially to do with financial things, and you know, consider that done, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the month that some of you are a little bit trepidatious, especially about something from the past. Those of you that, you know, you may feel like this person is just coming back around because they want something, and you're like, I'm gonna wait and see. You may feel like they want money, or they want, you know, some kind of financial support from you, or something. You may feel somebody has a hidden motive if they're coming back from the past. And, but I mean, I think at the end of October, you're going to be like, well, I'm not going to bring it up, but, you know, we'll look at that later. I'm going to ignore that. This can also be the ignoring red flags. So, I mean, sometimes we can get so caught up in, I just want my wish, or I just want love, or I just want a partner. I'm going to overlook all these red flags, especially if it's somebody coming back from the past. So for some of you, it's going to be, you got to differentiate between, are they coming back from the past because we need to try again? For some of you, that's true. For others of you, they're coming back from the past just so you can get closure and move on with someone wonderful, someone new. And if you're invited to any events celebrating a marriage, or a wedding, or an engagement party, or an anniversary party, definitely go, Taurus, because you could be meeting a friend of a friend, or that holds a connection for you. But that's what I see in general here, Taurus. Some of you could be meeting someone new at a new job if you're accepting a new job. So if this doesn't come in October, if you don't meet anyone new and you're single, you could be accepting a job offer that's going to lead you to this person that's right for you. That just came through. But yeah, meet me over on Vimeo and we'll see what further messages we get from the Halloween Oracle. That link again is below. Thanks so much for stopping by, Taurus, and I will see you back here in November.